Hello, everyone. This is Kerry Charles.
And this is Chris Rosenbaum, and welcome to TME.
Yes, 30-minute encouragement. We have a guest today, Mr. Chris. You ready for that?
I know, I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited.
We have Miss, remind me of your name again?
Juliet.
Oh my goodness.
Juliet.
That's not cool. You can't forget her name. We just got her on here. No, that's all right. No, it's Juliet. I actually accidentally called. I thought I was looking for a Lily yesterday, and it was actually Juliet. Juliet is actually a really great young lady from Tabernacle Baptist Christian School or Baptist Church.
That is awesome.
And so actually, Julia is a friend because what is it? It was like 2 or 3 months ago. I went to your Christian school. Yeah, so I went to their Christian school, Rebecca and I, and Miss Rebecca and I got to sing, and I got to preach there. And Julia, what does it?
Jewel or Julie, or is it just Juliet?
I go by a lot of names, but at camp I go by.
Oh, so Evan was just like, well, your name's Bob now.
Of course, of course. I like calling Mr. Evan Evino.
Evino?
Evino.
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, I have.
It's like,
kind of
hello,
made
my
it
name
up.
is Evino Montoya.
I know, yeah.
Anyway.
We're glad you guys are with us this morning. So go ahead and share this on your Facebook page or YouTube account. Hashtag TME. We're so glad Miss Juliet is with us. She has a great smile. If you haven't already figured that out, you want to wave at your parents? It's okay.
Okay.
All right. So we have some really exciting things, though. We try to do this every week, try to get another camper on TME. And we've actually got some fun stuff for you today, okay?
Yes.
So
we've got some questions that we want to ask.
yes, very important questions, like very important questions. These are make it or break it questions.
Absolutely. And so
okay?
we have to know. And you got to answer us honestly now.
Yes, very
Right?
very seriously.
All right.
You know.
What's your favorite ice cream flavor?
Oh,
Here at the camp store, what's your favorite ice cream flavor of all time?
of all time.
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Oh yes,
Oh.
yes.
See, last week we had a guy and he said his favorite was cookies and cream. But I think chocolate chip cookie dough is better than cookies and cream.
I love chocolate. Now it depends. Sometimes like chocolate chip cookie dough, it kind of has a weird aftertaste.
Mhm.
But the one I had last time was the best I think I've ever had. It was so good.
Now, see, here's the thing. Juliet, Carrie doesn't like my favorite flavor of ice cream.
I
at the
don't.
camp
I
store.
don't.
Can you guess what my favorite flavor of ice cream at the camp store might be? I'll give you a hint. It's got lots of little chocolate chips in it.
Chocolate chip.
It's called green mint chip.
Well, okay, I like it. I just don't. I don't. It's not my favorite.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, the one I don't really like is the cappuccino crunch because I'm not a coffee fan. But
Yeah.
Are you a coffee fan?
Yeah.
Oh,
So have you tried the cappuccino crunch yet?
No.
You got to try the cappuccino crunch.
you probably would like it. You would actually. It's got. I think it's got chocolate in there. It's got. Actually, it might have
like
some Greek
mocha, some
stuff.
different things like that.
Yeah.
But it's like all in the ice cream, and
Yeah.
it's not a bad flavor.
Hope
It's
the
not my
best one.
favorite either, but I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, my favorite is probably Moose Tracks. I do like Moose Tracks.
Moose Tracks is really
Yeah,
good.
Yes. Okay. All right. So
Okay,
that was
que-
really important. Really important. Now, next one. Ready for this?
All right.
Okay. All right. Wow. She was really ready. Okay. Next one. And also, if you have a question for Miss Juliet, you can write it on the chat. We'd love to hear from you. It could be the most hard question in the world. I don't know if we can answer that, but try to ask. We'll try to see what we can do. Let's see. I think the next question. Oh, yes. Next question. Very important as well. We have several free time activities at the camp. We have things like
Yes.
laser tag. We have bubble ball. We have human foosball. We have gaga ball. We have nine square. We have gym games. We have, oh my gosh, tons of things. So, do you have a favorite free time activity?
That's a tough one.
It is pretty tough.
It's carpet ball or
Oh.
gaga ball.
Carpet
Oh.
ball's a really good one,
That
and
is a
Gaga
really
ball's
good-
great.
Okay, let's make it even more specific. Big gaga ball pit or a little one?
Little. I
Little?
do not like any dirty in the
Oh,
big
that's right. The bigger one
Uh,
doesn't have the turf yet, but the new
Oh,
little one
right.
has turf, so it's not as dirty. Yep.
So
Yeah.
I will say this. I don't know if you've ever seen this before, Juliet, but back when we originally got the Gaga ball,
Mm.
we had to test it out, and I took a video of Mr. Carey and Mr. Steven, and I think even Mr. Nathan were all just going crazy in that thing. And
Yeah.
I saw Nate. I think Carey, he like hit him with the Gaga ball, and Nathan went woo,
Whoa.
and just flew across the field.
I don't remember that one. Oh,
I mean, at least that's the way. I
oh,
like
you're
to
thinking
remember
of bubble ball.
it. Oh, did I say
Yes,
Gaga ball? I
yes.
meant bubble ball.
You're there, but I was like, I've never seen that with gaga ball.
Okay, no,
Okay.
we weren't body checking during Gaga.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
Yeah, no, that wasn't the
Don't do
plan.
that, all right?
Yeah, that.
You
Yeah,
gotta be nice to people.
Yeah.
Okay? No, bubble ball, absolutely yes. Me and Mr. Nathan, we went boom, and I think we both went Actually, no, I think he just went. Boom.
But it is
that's
a lot of
okay.
fun. And then yeah, like laser tag. Oh, it's all so much fun.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so Mr. Chris, what was your favorite one?
Okay, my favorite free time activity I think would have to be bubble ball.
You know,
It's a
it
lot.
is pretty awesome. I think that one or laser tag. Well, no, I take it back. That one or nine squares.
Okay,
are my
I'll
favorite.
say this:
I love
laser
laser
tag at night. I don't think we
Yes.
do that
Yeah,
here yet.
that is. No, we've
But
done it. Yeah.
but laser tag at night is when we do that. That's my favorite.
We've never really done it for summer camp, or at least I don't think we have. But although I haven't tried laser tag out on the new course.
Oh yeah, we have a
have-
new field now.
have you tried-
We have a brand new laser tag
Oh.
field, and I've never even seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
I haven't seen it
Oh
yet.
my, Chris, it's like right there.
I know.
It's like- we gotta take Chris over there later on. Anyway, okay, so we got those down. Ready? Next question.
Okay.
Very important. Okay, all right. Next one, Mr. Chris. This one is more of a spiritual question, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we talked about doing what is your favorite, or what, no, sorry. What is something that God has taught you this week and one of the message? Do you have a favorite message that Mr. Dwight has preached, or is there something that maybe like he preached on the tongue this morning? He preached on, what other things he preached on? Like last night, he was talking about some good stuff. The night before, do you remember what he was preaching on? What was something that kind of stuck out to you?
It's probably this morning.
Yeah.
Watching your tongue.
Yeah,
That's a good
it
message.
is a really good message, definitely. Mr. Carey definitely has to watch that, and I'm sure Mr. Chris does too.
Me too.
Um,
That's something you don't grow out of. You
Yeah.
know? You always need to hear that message.
yeah, absolutely. That was something that's very, very big for me. I have to make sure, and not just watching what we say, but how we say it.
Mhm.
We gotta be very careful of that.
Mhm.
So awesome. Okay. All right. Well, we've peppered her with a whole bunch of questions. Now it's time for the fun
The
trivia.
fun trivia.
Yeah.
Now these are a little bit different, Juliet. Now, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Now, what?
Hold on. Do you know Miss Elena Zander?
Mm-hmm.
You know her?
Oh,
Well, she just said hi, Juliet, with like 4 exclamation marks. Wow.
oh,
pretty
that is awesome.
You want to say hi?
Wave hi.
Hi, there we go. All right, good, good. Okay, let's see what Mr. Chris has. These are really cool. These are mining themed questions. By the
Yep.
way, if she does pretty well on this, which even if she doesn't, we might still give it to her. But if she does
Mhm.
pretty well, we have a little surprise for her.
There is a gift.
Yeah.
Now, again, what is our theme, Juliet, for this week? It is digging.
Deep.
You
Digging
got it.
That's
Ah, so
right.
smart, I tell
That
you.
was question one. See, she's already on a roll.
I'm telling
right.
you. Yes, this is amazing. Okay, all right. You want to go first, Chris?
I will go first.
Okay.
So I wanted to ask you, Juliet. Now, these are some weird and hard questions.
Oh boy.
So, but these are really fun. These are kind of some fun facts. So, it is believed that a certain percentage of the world's gold, see how you dig in the earth and you find gold, stuff like
Yeah.
that. It's believed that we've only found a certain amount, like a certain percentage of all the gold that's in the earth. Can you
Ooh.
guess how much gold we have not discovered yet?
So you got like 10%, 20%, 30%, all the way to 100%.
How much gold do you think we haven't discovered?
Maybe
I'll give you a hint. It's a big number. It's a big percentage.
80%.
No way. That was
Did-
exactly correct.
Did you read my thing?
No.
You didn't read this thing?
She
No.
got that on the dot.
No way.
Out of a 1 to
No way.
100%,
Oh
she
my
got it
goodness.
on the dot. Okay.
I don't even. That
Like,
is
okay,
not right.
Here's the thing. I
Oh
found
my
these fun
goodness.
facts just to try and we were gonna try and make them difficult, but
That
I'm not gonna
is-
lie, I can't.
No way. Okay. You sure you didn't look at my? Oh my
I'm
goodness.
positive.
She is so smart.
Wow.
80%. I would have never guessed that.
Yeah, neither would have.
Oh my
I
goodness.
would have been like, maybe like 50, 60.
Yeah, that's
high end.
maybe like a 40%. I
But
don't
not
know.
80.
80%. Good.
Man, Julie, what grade are you in?
I'm going into 6.
You're going into sixth
Going
grade.
to 6th grade.
Good, not alive.
I tell you, they must be teaching her right. I don't know. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Next question.
Yep. Next question.
Here we go. Individual Americans. Are you an American?
Yeah.
That's good. I'm an American too. He's an American. So individual Americans use an average of this amount of pounds of minerals. So it's like, 10,000 or 50,000.
Now I'll give you a hint
um,
too. Now we're talking about big numbers here.
Yeah.
Because this is how many pounds of different minerals that a person will use in America throughout one whole year.
One whole
And that
year.
could be like gasoline. It could be things that you like spice your food up with, things that you like drink is like Gatorade has like sodium in it. It could be a lot of different things. So how many, and I'll tell you this, thousands of pounds do you think one person, one American uses on average per year?
Let's see.
Because it's thousands.
It's pretty amazing. If she gets this, I'm gonna be blown away.
So will I. I mean, I'm gonna be
There's
absolutely
no way I would have
stoked.
gotten this. Like, let's see. All right,
I
she
mean,
has
she's
about.
already on a roll. Got the first question with digging deep, and then that
All right,
80%. That's awesome.
yeah. Here we go. 5, 4,
I don't know.
3. Just take a random guess.
Yeah, just put a random number
Random
out there.
guess.
I'll give you a hint. I'll tell it to you this way. It is either 30% or not 30. It's either 30,000 pounds, 40,000 pounds, or 50,000 pounds. Which one do you think it
that's
is?
a good. Yeah, that's a good way to do it. Let's see. Oh. Which one do you think?
40,000.
That is correct. 40,000 pounds.
What in the world?
Let's
Oh
go.
my
He's
goodness.
3 for 3
Oh
right now.
my goodness. What
That is
in the world?
fantastic.
Oh my goodness. Did you say, let me ask you this. Did you say that your mom's name was Denise?
Mhm.
Guess what?
Right.
Your mom's watching you right now.
Say hi.
She's watching right now. Yes. So she actually says, "Hey Juliet, love and miss you. Do you have a
Aw.
favorite lesson yet?" Which she just started watching, so she probably missed what we talked about earlier.
Okay.
She said, Miss Juliet said that her favorite lesson thus far was this morning talking about the tongue. And so that was very, very good. Man, that's pretty cool. I didn't even tell your mom that you were watching.
By the way, your
Oh, man.
daughter's been like answering really hard questions. She's gotten
Yes.
3 for 3. so
3
far.
for 3.
I
This
mean,
is
it's amazing.
oh my goodness. Wow. And then do you know a Lori Perkins? I don't know if you know a Lori. I don't know a Lori. I think actually maybe I do. It says, "Hi Juliet, my son is at camp this week too. Great job."
Aw.
So man, you're just famous. I tell you what. Okay.
But
All
we
right.
got one
One more
more
question.
thing
Here
for
we
you.
go. Ready?
Actually, I don't know if this one's really a question. It's more of just a fun fact. But did you know, Juliet? Have you ever heard of the term "luck of the Irish"?
No.
Oh, that's
Luck
an
of the
old
Irish.
term.
Ooh.
But it's something that it kind of means like being really lucky and things like that. It actually was a mining term.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a term
Wow.
that was used back during the gold rush age.
Wow.
Because apparently,
In Western North.
it says here during the gold rush in Western North America, more than a few Irish immigrants proved to be successful prospectors in their time. So, like, for some strange reason, if you were Irish, the more Irish people were the ones finding gold, and it's just kind of a coincidence, but it seemed weird. So people kind of were just like, "Oh, well, that's just the luck of the Irish," and it just kind of coined the term
Ah,
because
got
they
it.
were finding
Got it.
gold.
Got it. Yes.
That was just a term.
Wow.
That's kind of a fun fact.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
so it kind of goes along with the theme pretty
Yes,
well.
absolutely.
But you know what, Juliet? You have gotten all 3 questions we asked you correct.
Wow. So you know what that
means?
means? Oh, hey, drinks, by the way. Yeah.
Hey, oh,
Uh,
that's okay.
that means you get 1 free Hershey's ice cream scoop from the snack shop, the Corner Creamery. There you go, madam.
You know what that means?
Oh boy.
You can go try that cappuccino crunch next time
Oh.
for free.
Or you can get chocolate chip cookie dough,
Oh.
chocolate chip cookie dough,
All
whatever.
the options.
All the options, all the options. So we're glad that you joined us. Now, Mr. Chris has got a devotional for us, and then we're going to be done.
Absolutely. So, Juliet, I'm going to read out of Mark chapter 8. And so, to give a little bit of just, explanation as to what's going on, there's a miracle that just takes place, Carrie. Do you know what miracle takes place? Jesus just fed
The 4,000.
the 4,000. Absolutely. And they had a certain amount of baskets full. Juliet, just because you're really good at answering these questions on the fly, do you know? No, this isn't the feeding of the 5,000. This is a separate one.
It's a little
So,
harder.
it's a little bit less known, but Jesus fed the 5,000 and they had 12 baskets full, right? Afterwards. Well, in this one, Jesus fed the 4,000. Do you know how many baskets full they had left over afterwards?
It's between 6 and 8.
Yep, it's between 6 and 8. Can you guess?
7.
You got it. Wow. I tell
absolutely.
you what. So smart. Oh my goodness.
So they had 7 baskets full left over after Jesus performed this great miracle. And so they are heading away after all this happens. And it says, and verse 9 is where I'll see it start. Actually, verse 10. And straightway he, speaking of Jesus, entered into a ship with his disciples and came into the parts of Dalmanutha. And the Pharisees came forth and began to question with him, seeking of him a sign from heaven, tempting him. And he sighed deeply in his spirit and saith, Why doth this generation seek after a sign? Verily I say unto you, there shall be no sign given unto this generation. And he left them, and entering into the ship again, departed to the other side. So Jesus had just performed this great miracle. Him and his disciples, they depart to go to Dalmanutha, and immediately the Pharisees meet with him, and they're trying to tempt him. And Jesus says, I'm not going to deal with this. So he gets up and goes back into the ship to head to the other side, right? Well, then watch this. Something just happened. Now, in verse 14, it says, Now the disciples had forgotten to take bread. Neither had they in the ship with them more than one loaf. So they only have one loaf of bread in their ship. Now, remind me, what just happened earlier, Juliet? Jesus just fed how many people?
4,000.
4,000. And how many baskets full were left over at Gary?
7.
7,000. And not long after this happens,
7.
seven.
Yeah, not 7,000.
Oh, sorry, yeah. That would be impressive.
That would be-
7's already impressive.
Yes.
But 7 baskets full left over. And now they had to run in with the Pharisees. And then immediately after they leave, they realize they don't have any food. But now it goes further in verse 15. And he, again speaking of Jesus, charged them, saying, Take heed, beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod. Leaven is what you would use to bake bread. And so, and it says here, and they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have no bread. And when Jesus knew it, he saith unto them, Why reason ye, because ye have no bread? Perceive ye not yet, neither understand? Have ye your heart yet hardened? Having eyes see ye not, and having ears hear ye not? And do ye not remember? When I brake the 5 loaves among the 5,000, how many baskets full of fragments took ye up? They say unto him, 12. And when the 7 among 4,000, how many baskets full of fragments took ye up? And they said, 7. And he said unto them, How is it that ye do not understand? So again, Jesus just fed the 4,000, and pretty much almost right after this, they're in the ship and they realize they forgot to take bread with them. And Jesus says, Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod. Now, tell me, Juliet, do you think that Jesus was talking about bread in that moment?
No.
No. In that moment, he was taking it as a teachable moment to teach his disciples something. And at that moment, he wasn't talking about bread. When he said, Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the leaven of Herod, he was talking about living in a worldly way. And let me tell you what I mean by that. They had just left a place of great blessing. God had just blessed in a tremendous way. And they left that behind and forgot to take bread. And so, what is Jesus trying to teach here? He's telling his disciples to remember the blessings of God. Remember how God provided for you in the past. Don't leave that behind. And as you move forward, make sure you serve the Lord with faith. Because what's going to happen is when you forget about the blessings of God or you choose to ignore it, you're going to focus more on the surroundings in your life more than on God. And in those moments where you're going to find yourself destitute, and those moments where you're going to find yourself in need, when you've forgotten the way that God has blessed you in the past, when you fail to put your faith in him, you are therefore choosing to leave behind what God has given you. Leave behind the 7 baskets full that you could have brought with you. Leave behind the remembering of what God has done for you in your past, and you're leaving that behind to open up a place where you will be tempted to take the way of the world, to live the way of the world, to, for lack of a better term, but just to take upon yourself what the world says you need to fill your life in order to be satisfied and to be happy. My friend, don't forget what God has done for you. Continue to serve him because you know God will provide. He provided for the 5,000. He provided for the 4, and not just fed them, but gave them baskets full left over, something to carry with them as they went on their way. My friend, carry the blessings of God with you. Don't forget what the Lord has done. Understand he will provide for you. But don't put yourself in a position where you will be tempted to take the things that the world will give you, because it's in those moments where you will use your tongue in a way that you shouldn't. It's in those moments where you will be tempted to take the leaven of Herod or the leaven of the Pharisees, to live the way of the world. My friend, that's not what we're saved for. So let's choose to remember God, remember his blessings, and serve him, knowing that he will provide.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And remember that encouragement. And Juliet, thank you so much for joining us. You want to smile and wave one more time? There you go. Say hi, mom, or bye, mom.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Dad.
Bye, Dad.
I don't know if Dad's watching right now, but maybe I'm sure he'll watch it later. So, thank you guys for joining us, and remember to share this on your TME or your Facebook page or YouTube account. #TME. Remember, God loves you.
So go share that love with somebody else. Thank you so much for joining us and have a wonderful day.
We'll see you next week.
Bye bye.